Hey guys, welcome back to the Ben's Garage. Today we're in my garage working on the Evo once again. Today's project is going to be putting the factory Evo spoiler back on the car. I know in a previous video I said I didn't want the spoiler on because it brought too much negative attention to myself, especially with the window tint. Well, I'm over that. I love the Evo spoiler. It was one of the components of the car that drew me to the car. So let's make this video a short one and just put it on just like that. We're finished. This was a great install, guys. I'm sure you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you in the next one. Just kidding. Of course I'm going to show you how to install the trunk, guys. What do you think, I'm an amateur? You guys really believe that I was going to leave you hanging like that and do it that quick? Heck no. We're going to show you the process. First things first, we got to disengage the factory trunk release and any electronics like the light. Warning. This video is going to show a very sweaty Shaun. It is 90+ degrees today, and this shirt will not be this color black when I'm finished. The latch, the door lock, well, trunk lock in this case. We have to run the wires through. This isn't the first time that I've done this. It is actually pretty easy, and it's doable by myself. Tools required for this job is a 10mm socket and a socket wrench. That's it. Take note of how the trunk release is installed here, these two things, because you will have to take it out and put it back in. First thing is 2 bolts right up in this latch area. Loosen those up. There's the electrical connector from the cabin of the car that needs to be disconnected. And then also our key release. And they just pop out. Pretty simple. Over on this side as well, this is where you stick your key in the trunk. We have to make sure we take note of how that stuff goes in. And because we're using the same key, we have to take out that lock. It's got a little C clamp underneath. You just pull it out. This little guy here. And this thing comes right out. Just like so. After that, the process is pretty straightforward. Undo all the snaps. And we just fish everything through the trunk. This is probably the hardest part right here. Just like that, we're done. Next step is remove the bolts. 4 bolts, 10mm. Sweaty Shaun update. It's only been about 15-20 minutes. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like I've been running on a treadmill for about an hour. All I've been doing is this. So by doing this with one person, you want to be careful that the corners don't jab into your paint. I like to put a towel down and then work one end at a time, set it down. So as I was saying before the camera got too hot and shut off on itself, I put a towel on the window here so that I don't scratch the paint or damage the window. That way I can do it with one person. So I am going to have to shoot the rest of the episode in 1080p because my Sony a6300 is not liking this 100-degree weather. It keeps shutting off on me. One side done, we just let it rest there. And swing it over to the other side. And with this side loosened up now, I hold it with one hand right at the corner in case it decides to fall. Then I'm able to pick it up with 2 hands, remove it from the body, and set it down off to the side. You might be wondering why the next scene in this video is me standing in front of Christmas trees. Well, I keep my trunk in the basement, so we have to take that guy outside first. The hardest part is now going to be taking that big guy and putting it on the trunk. Set the one corner down and hold up the other corner while we get the bolts started. And we're good to go. Now it becomes sort of a trial and error. The factory trunk has paint marks. Line it up as best we can with that. Snug it up a little bit. We can remove this towel now. Snug it up a little bit. And then it becomes a trial and error game, making sure both lines on the trunk when it's closed is even. Now there isn't a latch on it, so it's not going to stay closed, but just test close it. Make sure it doesn't hit any corners. And we can see that gap is a lot more than that gap. So we have to adjust it. I just skipped ahead a little bit. I reran the trunk release and the trunk popper back up through. Now I need to reinstall the key piece. Just like that. We'll get some bolts to hold that up in there for us. Whoop! Dropped it. Got our keys, let's close it and see what happens. Alright, trunk locks. How's it look? Pretty even gap on both sides. See if the key works. Yep. I think we're good to go on this install, guys. Now that it is installed, I can't wait to get it back out on the road. I love the wing. Gorgeous. The car is gorgeous. Thanks so much for watching this video of the Ben's Garage, and we'll see you in the next one.